When you're ready to create a punch list in a job for a list of tasks that you might need to complete at the very end of a project and assign out to people, you can do so in a couple ways in your job schedule. The first way is to just add a task, and I've added a task down here called punch list. When you add that task and open it up, you actually can create a checklist of items on that one task, and you can have up to 100 items within that task. So here we could just put A, B, C, D, and then so on, so that all of those items need to be then checked off, and that would then trend toward completion of that individual punch list task. Now, in order to assign this out to people, what you would do is you would assign it at the task level. So you can choose either internal users, or you can also assign it to maybe vendors as well. And then that one task is assigned to multiple people, and then you can have all of the rest of the task details on here. So let's go ahead, close that, save it out, and then it is ready to go. So that's one way to do it. However, you can't necessarily assign individual checklist items to different people in that case. So if you'd like to go a different route where you have a few more options, you can do so by creating individual tasks for each of the punch list items. But the best way to organize this is to create a task type for your punch list. So let's go ahead and create maybe a group first, and I'm going to call this my punch list group. And then I can add in my tasks within it. So we'll just start with task A. And now if I open up task A, now I can fill out all of the information, the description for the task. I can assign a task type, and this is where we want to create our punch list task types. So we'll click on this drop down. I don't have one quite yet, so I'm going to click Manage Task Types, and then I will add in the punch list type. Great, and then I can even choose a color for that punch list. So we're going to choose bright red and click Create. Now it's in here as a task type, ready to go. So I'll close that out, and now of course I can choose that punch list type, and then I can even choose specific dates and assign that task out. So let's say that we need it completed tomorrow, and then I also want to assign it to an internal or external user. So let's go ahead and assign this, maybe it's a plumbing task, and then you can even have sub checklist items within that task, and then you can even upload files, photos, and videos to that task, so you can truly reference the issues that you see on the job site. All right, so we'll hit save, and now we can do this to several other tasks. So we'll just put task B, C, D, here you'll see it going, E, and F. Oop. All right, here we go, and then we'll edit this one. Perfect. Okay. So now let's say that you want to assign all of those to the punch list task type. I can then select my entire punch list group and then assign them all at once to the punch list type. So let's select punch list, and now we're using our mass actions to apply the action to all of those tasks. Perfect. All right. Now that they're all assigned in there, the next step would be to create a custom schedule view specifically for your punch list items. This way you can have your punch list separate from your entire job schedule. So we need to use our filters up here to do so. So let's open up our gear icon, and now we can select all of the different filters. So maybe I want to call this punch list, and then I'm going to choose the display type. So a list might make sense in this case. And now I can choose all my filters. So I just want to see my punch list types. Great. And then you can also even filter it down to who those punch list items are assigned to, if you want to see those that are scheduled and unscheduled, whether they're complete or not. What do you want to see on this view? And you can even include a date range if you need to. So now we're going to click Save As, and we have our new view. Okay. We'll close that out, and now you'll see that that view is always available to you right now because it's in your personal views, but if you're ready to share that with the rest of your internal organization, you can go ahead, click on that view, click on the gear icon, and then we can convert this to an organization view. That way, others in our organization can now see that view at any time for any job, as long as all of the items are using that punch list task type. I hope this is helpful for you. If you have any questions, contact your customer success manager, or you can email support@jobtread.com and we'll be sure to help.